Okay, we back. Let me see if this is public. Let's see if it's public. Still on your friends. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't understand what the problem is, y'all. I really don't. I have tried everything trying to set this up so that it is public. So I am going to go ahead with the regularly scheduled program and get this thing cracking. It's mm-mm, mm-mm. Because I don't know what the problem is. So we're gonna roll with this. All right, we just gonna roll with it. Because I don't know what the problem is. I'm sitting here listening to a Tony Robbins book. Let me pause my book right quick. But happy Friday. Happy Feel Good Friday. I am coming to y'all feeling real good right now. I got some really good news, but let's talk first about being kind to yourself. Okay? Being kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself because that's the foundation of true health. But for the longest time, I thought improving my health meant being hard on myself, counting every calorie, criticizing every bad day, comparing myself to people who seem miles ahead, who I felt looked better than me. But then I learned something powerful. You can't hate yourself into healing. And at one time, I used to hate myself. You can only love yourself into lasting change. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Y'all know Maya Angelou said that. Now that's kindness. That's not perfection. So my health really started improving when I changed how I spoke to myself, being consistent. Instead of saying you mess up again, I started saying you're learning, you're growing. Our words create our world. So what you speak over yourself becomes your truth. So if you keep saying, I'm tired, I'm failing, I can't do this, your body listens. But if you start saying, I am healing, I am strong, I am becoming, your body listens to that too. So remember, you are not your mistakes. You are your momentum. And also, learn to celebrate the small wins. Here's something you need to live by. Celebrate every step forward, no matter how small. If you drank your water today, that's progress. If you took a walk even when you didn't feel like it, that's strength. Said something kind to yourself instead of saying something harsh. That's growth. Celebration fuels consistency. So when you celebrate yourself, you train your brain to crave the feelings of progress instead of punishment. And that's where lasting change begins. There's a quote that I love. Don't wait until you reach your goal to be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself every step you take forward to it. Okay? If you want to start showing yourself more kindness in your health journey, try these simple steps. I'm going to give you 3 steps. First step, speak life daily. Start your day with affirmations like, I'm becoming stronger. I honor my body today. And say it like you mean it. Words shape your mindset, and your mindset shapes action. Practice progress, not punishment. Stop punishing yourself. When you fall short, ask, what did I learn? Instead of, what's wrong with me? Replace that guilt with grace. Celebrate visibly. Write down your wins, even the small ones, and actually acknowledge them. Clap for yourself. Post it, share it, smile about it. I posted the other day, I lowered my A1C. You are your own biggest cheerleader. You are your own biggest cheerleader. Healing isn't about reaching perfection. It's about building peace. It's not about a new body. It's about a new relationship with yourself. So today, speak kindly to yourself. Celebrate yourself. And remember, you are both the work and the masterpiece in your progress. Now, saying all of that, I want to share with y'all my story. Um, y'all have seen me on this health journey for a while. Y'all have seen me try different things to get my diabetes in order. Y'all have seen me promoting different products, selling different products, just being ambassadors for different stores, different companies. And since 2018, I've really been connected with one company. Um, really connected with one company. I tried my hand with products at another company after being introduced to this store. And the products were good. I don't ever knock any other company. I don't ever knock any other business. If anyone has ever talked to me and you tell me, oh, I'm with such and such, oh, great. I wish you so much success there because I really genuinely do want to see people succeed in whatever it is that they're doing, wherever they're doing it at. Okay? Always. So in 2018, I was introduced to a store that had been in business since 1985, but I had just heard about it. I had never heard about it. And after being introduced to that store, I I started falling in love with the products there. I really fell in love with the products, y'all. Like I love the stuff from this store. Absolutely love it. And even if I was not marketing for this company, I'd still buy the stuff. And I'll tell you why I say that. So in 2018, I was introduced to the store. I began marketing for the store, had reached their first promotion level in the store. And then just some things started going on, not with the company, not with the products, just some things I with the with the team, and I wasn't learning enough. In my mind, I wasn't learning enough to be successful marketing there. But I love the products, so I kept buying the products, but I stopped marketing. But I still kept buying the products, y'all, even when I went to another business. I still kept buying the products. Okay. So that's 2018. So like 2019, 2020, y'all know I was Tiki the tea lady. I was detox tea lady. I was the detox tea lady queen, boy. I was running around all over the place dropping off detox teas to people. And that was a great company. It was a new company at the time. And I was I was a little successful there too. But it was just a lot of work for me. And like I said, I don't ever knock what anybody's doing. It was a little stress. It was not, I'm not going to say stressful. It was a lot of work for me because this was a MLM. This was, holding inventory, going, passing out inventory, dropping stuff off, meeting people in parking lots, taking them tea and things like that. And they didn't have a lot of products, but they had some really good products. The detox teas, everybody loved the detox teas because it had people going to the bathroom on a regular, and it really, 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 really was making you lose weight. Like, I lost so much weight in my waistline in a matter of days just drinking the tea. I think it was like 5 days, and I posted a picture. I was so big and bloated, and then 5 days later, my waistline was slim. So that grabbed a lot of attention, and people wanted to try it, and people were losing weight with it. And then they also had a vitamin, because once you poop all your insides out, you got to put some minerals and vitamins into your system. So that was a great item. Um, and I'm always looking for, I've always been looking for alternative methods for my diabetes. Okay. I was diagnosed type 2 diabetes in hmm, that was 2015. 2000. I wanted to say it was 2008, but I really think it was like 2015. I got to go back and look at my chart. 2013, 2015. It's been a while. It's been a while. So I was always looking for alternative methods for my diabetes because for a long time I was in denial. I was in denial. I wasn't going to be on no medication for diabetes. That was for old people in my mind. Diabetes is for old people. I don't have diabetes. And as we're coming up on Diabetes Awareness Month, starting tomorrow, I think it's important for me to tell my story and be transparent with telling my story because it could possibly help somebody else. Um, and it's one of those stories where, like I just told you, you can't beat yourself up for failing. You cannot torture yourself because something that you didn't work. And that's what I was doing. I was torturing myself and not sharing my story. I was beating myself up because I felt like I was failing and I wasn't sharing my story instead of sharing my story so that somebody else who may needed to hear it could hear it. Okay. So, like I said, I've been battling diabetes for many years. We're just going to say many years. And in those many years, like I said, at first I was in denial. I refused to even believe I had diabetes. I'm like, I'm not. This diabetes is for old people. I'm not a diabetic. I don't even eat a lot of sweets. This is not right. I don't believe it. That's just how I felt. Okay, whatever, whatever. So after finally accepting the fact that maybe they're right, because every time I go to the doctor, they keep saying, "You're diabetic. You're diabetic." I was like, maybe the test is wrong. I am not. Maybe the test wrong. The test got to be wrong. Got to be. It's no way. When I go back next time, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. There's no way. I refuse to believe that I was diabetic. Okay. So I finally accepted the fact after every time I went to the doctor, they kept telling me my A1C levels were high. They kept telling me we're going to have to put you on medication. They were prescribed stuff. And me, because I've always, researched anything I put in my body, I want to know what it is. What is it going to do? I've always been that person that listened to those commercials about medications, and at the end, I'm like, what does it say it's going to do to you at the end? I listen to the end to the point where I forget what they said in the beginning. I forget. Like, I forget. I forget. So I finally took heed when I kept going back to the doctor and they kept telling my A1C levels were so high, and they were explaining to me because I didn't understand diabetes. I really didn't. I didn't understand it. I thought diabetes was something you got when you ate a lot of sugar. I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to I was trying to figure it out. What is this? What does it mean? Like, what does diabetes mean? And I was too stubborn to, research what it meant because I was in my early 40s. Actually, I just got into my 40s. So yeah, I was in my 40s. I think I had just turned 40 when I found out I was diabetic. But I didn't understand what it meant. I didn't understand the severity of it. I didn't understand what it could do to your body. I didn't understand the long haul of diabetes and what it could break down in other areas of your body. I didn't understand that. So all I was concentrating on was I don't want to put these pills. I don't want to take this medication. I don't. I don't want to take this stuff. So I didn't. They would prescribe me medication. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. And every time I went back, they kept telling me how worse my diabetes was getting. Worse. Okay. So finally, I started taking the medication. But then I started like really, really reading up on what diabetes was. Hold on, I've got emails popping up. I got real estate happening at the same time. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what diabetes is. Because some of y'all might not know. Some of y'all might be a little bit confused about what it is, what it can do to your body, um, how it can affect your everyday life, what the symptoms are. Um, so I want to make sure all of y'all are educated on that because diabetes is not something to play with. Um, like, it's not as severe as cancer, but it's definitely something that can disrupt and change your entire life. So we're going to talk about what the symptoms are. And in the midst of all of that, I am definitely going to share my story. So when I finally decided, okay, I might need to take this seriously, I might need to take some of these pills that they give me. And I think the first thing that they gave me was metformin. They gave me metformin because my diabetes was So uncontrollable. And I want y'all to remember that word, uncontrollable. Uncontrollable. Keep that word in mind. Uncontrollable. My diabetes was so uncontrollable. So uncontrollable that I was scaring my doctor. Every time I came in there, she was and she's retired now. I have a new doctor now. She's retired, and she just used to look at me like, "You've got to do something about this. This is getting out of hand. Your A1C levels are so high. It's just you got to do something. I'm gonna put you on insulin." And I kept refusing the insulin. I kept refusing the insulin. My weight was going up and down, 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 up and down. And I think that's what made me keep looking at different companies, because I was looking for something to get the weight off and keep the weight off, not realizing it's not just about the weight. And we're gonna dive into that too. It's not just about the weight. It's about more than just the weight. It's about way more than just the weight. So diabetes is not just the numbers, it's not just the medicine, it's the mindset, it's the lifestyle, it's the changes that can literally save your life. Okay. I've battled type 2 diabetes for a long time. Like I said, I was on first metformin, Rybelsus, glimepiride, on all three of those. And I I wasn't taking them like I'm supposed, like they were prescribing for me to take them, because I felt like it was too much. And then the metformin was tearing my stomach up. You hear me? Tearing the stomach up. I don't know if any of y'all have been on metformin. If you gotten this prescription for metformin, if metformin was tearing my stomach up, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I had to take me off of the metformin. I stayed on the Rybelsus and the glimepiride. And even when I started taking the medicine consistently, my numbers still would not, they were still uncontrollable. Okay. And then I realized, okay, this is about getting yourself together, Tiki. This is about being here for your kids and your grandkids. This is about taking care of you. So I had to buckle down, but it was still areas where I just wasn't consistent. I would drop off. I still wasn't being consistent. So when I found this store in 2018, like I said, I fell in love with the products, but I fell in love with the cleaning products because I learned about, how the things in your home can affect your health. The products that you use on your skin can affect your health. The products that you put in on your body, the products you spray in your home, the products that you clean with, the products that you wash your clothes with, all of those things have toxins in them. And if you continue to keep using those toxic things in your home, it affects your health. So I got my home clean. I started using the products in 2018. Like I said, I kept using the products even when I was not marketing for this store, because I knew how amazing the products were. I knew the value in keeping those products in my life. But my health was still failing. And I had to do more. I had to do more. So I tried changing how I eat. But y'all, I'm a foodie. I love food. And the things that I love are the things I can't have. The things I love are the things I can't have. They're the things that I can't have. So I had to learn how to treat my body different. And if you're watching this now or you're watching the replay, drop a blue heart in the chat if diabetes runs in your family and if you're trying to prevent it. Y'all know 37.3 million Americans, 1 in 10 have diabetes. 96 million adults have prediabetes and don't even know it. Diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death in the U.S. It's the #1 cause of kidney failure, lower limb amputations, and adult blindness. Y'all see I got glasses on now. I'm always with them on. Every 23 seconds, someone in the U.S. is diagnosed with diabetes. And here's the kicker. For most people, it's preventable with lifestyle changes. How many of y'all are ready to take control instead of letting your blood sugar take control of you? Because I let mine take control of me. Now there's 3 types of diabetes now. Type 1 is autoimmune. That's when your body doesn't make enough insulin, and you're usually diagnosed with that younger in age. Type 2, your body still makes insulin, but it doesn't use it well. It's usually linked to your diet, stress, inactivity, and genetics. And let's not forget gestational diabetes during pregnancy. It can turn into type 2 later, and that's exactly what I had with my pregnancies. And let me explain what insulin resistance is. Think of insulin as a key and your cells as locks, okay? Insulin is the key and your cells are the locks. Over time, junk food, sugar, stress, they jam those locks up. But your body keeps making keys, but the keys don't work. Your body gonna keep making keys. Just keep making keys. But the keys don't work because it's all your locks are all jammed up from the junk food, from the sugar, from the stress. So things that you have to do: eat smarter, cut sugar, cut bread, cut rice, cut pasta, cut soda, and processed foods. It's the rice for me. I'm not big on sugar, but it's the rice for me. It's the white potatoes. I love me some fried potatoes. Okay. Loves me some fried potatoes. But I can't eat potatoes. What? But I have to think, what's more important, me eating this potato and enjoying this potato or me living? You got to add fiber and greens and like spinach and broccoli, green beans. They actually slow your sugar spikes. I drink fiber every morning. The store has the most amazing fiber drinks, fiber bars, fiber drinks. Absolutely, hands down, the best. Okay. And you got to drink water, not sugar. And I'm so thankful because my favorite wellness store, again, has flavored water that's sugar free and it's delicious. And then you got to move daily, like a 20-minute walk that lowers your blood sugar. You got to manage stress. Did you know that cortisol raises your glucose? Take some deep breaths, meditation, laughter. Be around people that are going to make you laugh, not people that are going to just make you sad. And our cortisol cocktail, baby, God sent, God sent, God sent. Okay. So what I did was started looking at what I needed to change in my life. And those are a lot of the things that I had to change. And this wellness store helped me to do that. So a few months ago, back in July, um, y'all know I lost my job in December last year. So going into January, February, March, things are okay. Um, But then coming into April, May, June, July is when things started to kind of start dipping. Okay. And I'm being completely transparent with y'all. Things started dipping a little bit. So there were times when, because I order from my wellness store every month, the vitamin from the wellness store has done remarkable things for my health. Absolutely remarkable things. But when things started to dip, like in March, April, May, June, I'm sorry, April, May, June into July, I wasn't ordering my vitamins. I wasn't. I was ordering my cleaning supplies. I was ordering, some of the things that I needed, like my berberine, but couldn't get my vitamin every month. There were some things I had to put, I get that next month. I get this here, I get this there. So I fell off of my vitamin regimen because I had got to a point after my A1C levels were at a 10.4. I had got my A1C levels back into the 7 range, and the doctor had taken me off of all those meds that I just told you about. But then after losing my job, losing insurance, losing all of that stuff, just losing everything, things started to dip a little bit after a few months. So some things, how it is when you stretch and whatever you have to readjust some things. You can't get everything you want. Everything you can't get everything you want when you want it. So I had to adjust some things. So I wasn't getting the vitamin every month. And I went back to the doctor in July, y'all, and my A1C level was at a 10.6. 10.6. And my doctor, and I'm going to post the screenshots. My doctor immediately wanted to put me on Ozempic. Yep, wanted to put me on Ozempic. And I refused it. And I was really, really stressing out, y'all. I'm like, my A1C level was 10.6. I am, still recovering from losing my job. I am working my businesses. But of course, when you drop one income, it's a lot of adjusting to that. It's a lot of adjusting. So I was trying to adjust. I was doing my best to adjust. And when it got to that point where it's like, okay, my A1C is higher than it's ever been. When I was first diagnosed, it was 10.4. Now it's 10.6. What am I going to do? So, by the grace of God and with the village that I'm connected to, I was able to get back on my vitamin regimen. And since July, like, I think that was August, September, October, November. Yeah, since July, I've been back on my vitamin regimen. And I went and got my A1C levels checked on October the 28th. And on October the 28th, I was down to a 7.2. Mind you, I did not get on the Ozempic. They put my reader back on. I don't know if any of y'all been noticing because I was off of this too. But they put the reader back on so that I could figure out, so I can see what makes my numbers go up, what makes my numbers stay down, what balances out. How can I battle this? I can't battle if I'm battling it blind, and I do not like sticking a needle in my finger. I'm not pricking no finger for blood every day. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not doing that. So they got me back on the new and improved Freestyle Libre 3, and it's like a little teeny little thing. A little teeny little thing. And This one reads straight to my phone. So if my A1C, if my sugar levels start to go up, an alarm goes off. If my sugar levels drop, an alarm goes off. My doctor also has access, so he knows what my levels are. He can see my readings as well. So when I went back on the 28th, did my A1C check, he came back in the room and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm looking at your readings. I see that your readings are dropping below normal. You're dropping down." Now, mind you, coming from someone whose A1C level stayed at 400, I'm sorry, my sugar level stayed at 400, I would prick my finger and it'd be like 378 off the wake up, 425 off the wake up. Like, why are you not in a coma? By the grace of God. By the grace of God. My numbers were dropping down to like 69 in my sleep, 65. Way too low. So he said, we're going to take you off that medicine. What is it? What is that you're doing? I said, well, I'm working out 5 days a week. I can figure, I kind of figured out what I can eat and what I can't eat. A handful of grapes is going to send the alarms off. If my phone starts blinging, my husband's phone starts blinging because he's connected to it too. His phone starts alarming, my phone starts alarming. So I can't eat grapes. And they're my favorite, but I can't eat them. I cannot eat like potatoes, which is my favorite, but I can't eat them. I can eat it in moderation. So he told me, "What is it? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm working out. I'm taking my vitamin regimen. I am utilizing a drink that regulates your your GC levels. I'm taking a natural version of Ozempic, which is a pill form. All of this stuff comes from the store, y'all. All of this stuff comes from that online wellness store, y'all." So I told him all the stuff that I'm doing. He said, well, you keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up. Remember, I told y'all, don't forget the word uncontrollable. Uncontrollable. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm taking you off the medication that I had you taking twice a day. Keep taking those vitamins because they seem to be working and all of the other stuff that you're doing. He said, you have been diagnosed for many years as uncontrollable type 2 diabetes. He said, I'm changing your record today because now you have it under control. We're going to put this as controlled diabetes. You're no longer uncontrollable. Y'all, do y'all know the significance of those two letters? Those two letters, U and N. Do you know the significance of uncontrolled diabetes versus controlled diabetes? What that means? Like for life insurance, for anything that has to do with your health, you get lower rates because it's controlled and not uncontrolled. You're not considered a health risk. It's not considered a health risk when you are controlled. So when I tell you I am so happy. So happy. So let's get back to some of the things that you need to do and some of the symptoms, because I definitely want to make sure that you are taking care of yourselves. So we talked about cortisol and how that raises glucose. Sleep. If you are not sleeping well, that usually can lead to higher blood sugar. You also have to detox your home. Everyday toxins affect your hormones that control your metabolism. Switch to safer natural products. I use the all natural wellness products that help balance my body from the inside out. Okay? So You heard about my transformation with my health. My energy is through the roof. Y'all, look, I get up 5:30. I'm at the gym by 6. I went and worked out today for an hour and a half. I feel like working out some more. I feel like I didn't do enough, so I'm going to work out some more. My weight, I've gone from 184, 185. I think I'm down to 172 now. Yeah, 172. My glucose levels is y'all, let me show you something. I don't know if it's going to show on the screen. I don't know if y'all can see that. Right now I'm at 101. This is the green. This right here, it went above the green just a little bit today. And that was, what time was that? 12 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, what did I eat at 11 o'clock? Oh, I had some fried green tomatoes. The fried green tomatoes is what made it go up. Okay. And if you look at my log book, whoops. Because I gotta show y'all. I want y'all to understand that I am not just saying this to tell you. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass, okay? I am not just blowing smoke up your tail. Oh, here it is, time and ranges. Here we go. So here are my times and ranges. 87% within range. 87%. 13%, and a little yellow. It's not high. And then up there, 0 in the high range. This is what I've been doing, and this is this is 90 days. That was the last 7 days. This is 90 days. Over the last 90 days, 1% in the high range. 13% and a little bit high, and 86% in the green. Your girl got it under control. But I would not have it under control if it was not for my village of people over here at the wellness store, and for the things over here at the wellness store that have been helping me, pushing me, just motivating me, everything. Like, just to get in order, okay? Okay? Just to get it in order. Just to get it in order. If you don't, get your butt over there. This little girl. On your bed. Don't come back over here. Just to get everything in order. I feel good. My body, I get up in the morning, jump to the gym. I use products to, keep me energized. Everything. Everything. Okay? Everything. So look, I want y'all to understand there were days that I was scared, but I realized I could either manage my diabetes or let it manage me. I changed the supplements, I changed my nutrition, and that changed my numbers. Okay. You don't have to do this alone. You can start today with one small change. It could be one small change. One small change. So if this message hit home, I want you to share this live with someone you love. You might just save somebody's life. If you're ready and you want some tips, you want some meal plans, you want some information on wellness supplements that I use, I am happy to share. And I just want to say, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for another day to take control of our health, to heal from the inside out and walk in wholeness. I thank you. So this is Tiki, your wellness coach, reminding you can't pour from an empty cup. Fill yours first.